Hi everybody, my name is Sarah. Pearls of Wisdom and Food on both YouTube and Facebook. Got a question for you. I try to always have a question for you. If you've been successful on your food plan, be it points per value, smart points, low carb, high fat, any of the programs, MyFitnessPal, just watching what you eat, just going by calories, any of the things that people do to get successful, and you get successful and you remain successful for a while, do you keep your fat clothes? Do you keep your granny jeans just in case? That fear, that little bit of a clothes hoarder, don't trust yourself, insecure about the weight loss? Do you hold on to those things? I do, some of them. I have done purges, but yeah, there's a few things that I hold on to. Now there's some like expensive clothing that I bought that sometimes I wear and I feel like I'm, 4 years old dressing in my father's clothes or my mother's dresses or something. But yeah, I hold on to some of my stuff. I don't think it's so much the fear of gaining as the item itself cost a lot. So I'm afraid to like let go of it. But this is a different thing. This is holding on to those things. I was reading a different website than I usually read, and they were talking about holding on to their fat clothes. And one woman said that she has between 4 and 14, and she has, almost complete complete wardrobes for each size, and all of the battling back and forth to keep everything. And here's another thought to add to that. Do you buy a smaller size as an incentive to lose the weight? Or do you, I don't know. I mean, I just, like a couple of women were talking about how they'd buy the smaller size. They'd go into like Old Navy and try on a pair of pants, and instead of getting the pair that fit them right then and right now, they would opt to get a smaller pair because they knew that they were on this food loss program and that eventually the new size would fit. It's just very, very fascinating. Now, I was just in Banana Republic, and there's always that pause when you get something that's the size that you've been, but you haven't walked into a store for a while, and even though like I'm wearing the size that I'm in, obviously, I was still kind of, a little bit nervous about trying on that same size after the winter, just because I'm a female, right? We've always got that fear. And so anyway, everything turned out okay, but it's just, I'm always fascinated to hear how people do with their clothes. Shedding, it felt great to do some major purges for Salvation Army, and to get rid of those things that, when you're going into your rack, your clothes, and you don't even see the things anymore, right? You don't even see them anymore. And I had these great, thick, beautiful, just that sturdy 100% cotton long sleeve t-shirts from P-Town, and I was just lost in them. And I used to like big t-shirts when I weighed more anyway. So here I am with these, they should be night shirts. They're so huge. And I gave them up, and it just broke my heart because I just loved them. But, I guess we have to do some of that. And so now I've been at this size for more than a year. Yeah, because I bought some Old Navy pants in the size that I'm in then. So, my goal today is to stay in this size. And how do I do that? Well, I do that by tracking and paying attention and not having any grains and not having any sugar and doing what I'm supposed to do every day. It is a low-carb, high-fat diet that I am on, but I was on Weight Watchers, PPV. I began Weight Watchers June 23rd, 2014. And so I've been at this size for probably a year, and it's 2016. So, May 2015. And so, yeah, I guess I kind of work hard at staying where I'm at. I think there's a little bit of an aging thing going on. Of course, I have a dream of having liposuction, but I'm not. And so, and I guess the only wah that I have is that, sometimes, especially in the humid, warm weather, there's a bloat problem. And so I'm reading to see what foods I'm eating at certain times that could cause that. And as some of you know, one time I brought in a bowl of broccoli with some Kerrygold butter for part of my lunch. And so I helped myself to this generous, kind of undercooked broccoli with the Kerrygold butter that I steamed, and delicious, organic, delicious, and I blew up like a balloon. So cruciferous vegetables probably aren't a good idea for me to have at noontime, and to have them at night when it doesn't really matter because I'm not going back out and I'm just going to go to bed. So anyway, some clothes, I look at some coats that I've spent a lot on, and the sleeves are falling in different places, or some blazers. Those are some of the things that we might invest heavily in. Ironically, I put on one of my favorite watches, and it's got some sterling silver on it, kind of like, I don't know. So it's got these sterling silver things on either side of the watch face with the black leather, and the holes have gone as far as they can go. So the bracelet, it kind of like turns into a bracelet, which is kind of funny because I've always had tiny wrists. Not that that's like anything that people look at, but I guess they must have gotten smaller with the weight loss. And I think the width of my shoes, too, changed a little bit with weight loss. But I know that in the summer, they tend to swell more in the warm humidity. So it's just all very interesting. Have any of you, I think holding on to the things makes more sense to me than buying something in a smaller size. I guess I'm just superstitious that way. But anyway, just a little digression from food into, like, you have to wear clothes every day. And so how is it that you handle clothes that no longer fit? And also, do you buy things in a smaller size in anticipation? I love that. So anyway, comment below. Thanks for watching, and we will see you the next time. Slurp-free zone. This has been Sarah. Bye-bye for now.